Finally, this is the United States. After the 16 hours of the flight, I'm so tired right now. I really miss my hometown, Shenzhen, China. The food here is so good. I have no food here. I really wish there is a bowl of rice for me right now.
I can help you, my son.
Who are you? Why are you here?
I am the god of rice.
Really? Are you the god of rice? I'm so hungry right now, and I think I really need a bowl of rice.
I can see that. And I can do something for you. Perhaps you are looking for this.
So, god of rice, what's that box?
This, my son, is known as the Box of Destiny, given to me by the 9 Dragon Lords.
Who is the 9 Dragon Lords?
Good question, my son. The 9 Dragon Lords are the gods of the Chinese in America, and they have asked me, the god of rice, to entrust this box to you, Austin.
Oh my goodness. So, if I eat all the rice inside the box, I can know my destiny?
Yes, because I said so, since I am the god of rice. While that all seems fun, the truth is the Chinese takeout box was not even intended to be a takeout box in the first place. The truth is, the Chinese takeout box has an original name, which is the oyster pail, which was, according to the very reliable New York Times, designed by a man with a very Chinese-sounding name called Frederick Weeks Wilcox.
So, who is this Frederick Wilcox?
Well, I'm glad you asked, Austin. You see, Mr. Wilcox actually designed the box in 1894 for fresh oysters. Back when oysters were cheaper and, more in stock, people wanted to carry oysters around and wanted to keep them fresh. So Mr. Wilcox decided to create this box with only one piece of paper and fold it in an origami shape, and thought this was a great way for people to transport food around. And it works efficiently. However, in the 1940s, when the war happened, fresh food was low in stock. And in the early 20th century, Chinese food was growing in popularity, almost exploding in terms of its popularity. So someone had the genius idea, though we don't really know who, decided to combine Chinese food and these oyster pail boxes together to create this cheap, efficient, and fast way of getting people full in their stomachs. And it's also a lot healthier than McDonald's. So, say bye to cancer.
So, like Tim mentioned before, the design of this oyster pail is inspired by Japanese origami, which is a special technique to fold paper into different forms. The designer Wilcox applied this kind of technique into his design, which made him be able to create a container in just one single piece of paper. He also designed the supportive fold on the outside surface of the container, which creates a flat surface inside the container, and the food can be slid onto the plate smoothly. It also helps to prevent the leakage of the food. There is also a dainty wire on the top as the handle for the user to carry. It also serves the purpose as the fasten to stabilize the container. In order to store the food safely inside the container, there is 2 parts interlocked with each other so that it can secure the food inside the container.
When it comes to the design of the text, that traditional Oriental-looking text, that originated in the 1970s with a company called Takeout. What Takeout wanted to do was to turn Chinese characters and the feeling that it gives off into US letters. So, in the past, it might seem like it's cool, fun, and very kung fu-y. In fact, a lot of the old kung fu movies use the same font. However, in modern times, it's seen as tacky, outdated, and when a lot of Asian communities come over to the US and they see this font, it seems comical to them. However, one cannot deny the fact that this particular font played an important role in Asian American history. While it does seem outdated today, it's very iconic, and in fact, it can be served as a symbol for the Asian American community. And you know, like most things, they might seem cool in the past, but in present times, it might seem not so cool anymore.
So I think the design of the box is not quite offensive to Chinese because I think it's a good way to store the food and as the takeout container. And I think it's pretty good for now.
In all honesty, I don't find it controversial or even, you know, racist at all. Some people might say that. I don't find it racist. I just think it's very outdated. However, we can improve on the design to, you know, maybe use a different font to give off a more luxurious feel, maybe something a little bit more high class.
Mhm.
You know, instead of using a comical font that people tend to associate Chinese food with. So I think, you know, there can be improvements in terms of design of the font. I think P.F. Chang has done something to improve it. You know, they don't go with the Asian font with their, you know, letters. So I think there's always room for improvement.
Yeah.
Just like Syracuse.
Well, Tim, I think I learned a lot today about the Chinese culture in United States. What do you think about that?
I completely agree. It's very cool. And you know what's weird? I learned so much and my stomach is getting a bit hungry right now.
Me too.
And right now we have all this Chinese food in front of us. So let's not waste any more time talking. Let's get straight into it.
Sure. Oh, that looks nice.
I know, right? They even have the pagoda design.
Coconut design. Yeah, it's so Chinese.
Yes, very Chinese. So let's get right into it.
Sure.
How cheap.